should come on. Yes. Yes, we're rolling now. We are. Okay, now there's a lovely view of my window. Now I'm going to have some. We're going to play some John Paul Jones background music. And I hope that iPhone doesn't fall. It just stays the way it is. And you got to find the music now. I just like to thank you very much for letting me. I hope I have permission. So, see now. Here's one. Now, I'll put some oil in there. Find some more. You know what? The self-same finite monarchy of metallurgics decades earlier decanted from the homeland's deck shuffled Earth's first and last discovery there without, as having been built by from discovery itself in leagues with eights and tens that homesteaded its minutes, hours, days, and weeks. Oh my, yes, it was, of course, his own undiscovered subconscious self, torn, as it were, from anonymity voyage, as well voyage back from articulations itself as implacable vernacular. It was vein, muscled, and bone towered toward a heaven of inconceivable heights and depths. The preceding story that led him to patient prescribed time now unfolds. Oh my, sought through the coin-stepped walls, realizing the varicose vein crossroads of humility and pride. He spilled from a brass-hoofed mule his steps across the volumes of grassy turf that separated him from the folklorian drawing drink from the fleet of foot stream waters near toward. Oh, how long must it take? How long must it take for him to reach his final destination? That he drafts three other war peacemen of service to the higher spirits of comfort, peace, and pride that they have warred 17 years to bring forth a nation and this planet that now resides in peace and mercy and harmony. Joyous assemblies of living angels. Now I'm preparing you for the voyage. And what kind of voyage have we here? Let's see here. Get that hot on, So as was said previously, the four gambateering knights collected aboard the ship and the train. At the same time, they were linearly, trichadically, and post-dramatically and post-structurally, and nothing of the behavioral school of phony baloney. They were not invited, but we had here within the train shipboard ride with the 4 gambeteers who settled forth as would their gambeteering selves. Oh, we have an audience here. That's a fine. It's God bless John Paul Jones and his audience. It's great music. Now the 4 great warriors of peace arrived on the platform of the train. They had gambeteered so far enough money to bring them across the path from one lord of Occidental, from one land of Occidental heritage to a bridge across time and place, which brought them to another broad area's land of Occidental heritage. Oh my, yes. We are here. We are in 2 places at once. And the land geographic structure is very different in each place. So here we have them climbing aboard the train and the ship at the same time, in the same direction, in a degree of infinite verdacity, which basically means they have backed out different directions at the same time, kind of like coming around and on themselves. And the ship is off to sail, and the train is on its way to the garden, not to the Garden of Eden, I've decided, but another land, the daughter land, full of thatched families of tribal worth and number aboarding the train as well. And we come to the heart. Wait a minute, this is a brand new, long forgotten, pretty sad table. Were the same day born to brave the storms on cyclic brew. Where were you when measured stage? Dog it down to silver verse, full tone, wastrel pays. He took down upon a day's labor epilogue from the shelf of the book alongside the mantle stove and often forked flame breath lives. Oh, yes, he did. And long ago, the shred-drawn huskies braved the Alaskan winds. And that, as our tale proceeds to slowly unfold, the legends now as they are told. A native second-born son he had, with Eva the half Kuduk, magic princess of medicine carpentry, and he had parts that were supposed for peace, but I don't think they were made. Oh, never mind. Where he clothed the wolves by the deep root trees, and there he threw his eyes across time and place and place, and to the folklorian tales his forefathers back and forth, one by one were told, because the land he knew was older than snow itself that far from the stars. A man only shelter with the very same one and same elemental earth that storm him the same. Northernmost know binoculars later than sooner synonymical, sacred, nor sage nor paltry leaf that, as distant a measure they take for treasure. A new rose ebb that brings forth its well-meant flow. Myth is real, told metaphor stoned into homestead anchored. as if she were shipwrecked and stealth were not once taken. In guise of colonized coastlines, shaken and stirred, maybe a sleepwalk through just as each day rises new, as if the apple that has no core relative to the womb that never bore, through frontier's eyes, discoveries.
Oh, thank you very much. Thank you.
I'm staying away from DD corners. What's that mean? I don't know. It ain't sidewise ditching. Now you're gonna hear John Paul Jones speak. And you're gonna hear John Paul Jones.
Okay, so it took 25 years, but hey, what's this? You know?
I hope this is uncopyrighted music. So it's a great John Paul Jones.
Okay, that last number was Goose, and this one is Grind from the album Zuma.
Okay, here we have some more tales to tell with John Paul Jones' brilliant music. Now I'm gonna see if I can get Angel. Maybe he can read some of it too. Downstairs. I think he's my grandson. Or my grandson. He doesn't seem to mind. The narrative begins once again, very soon. There, time.
It's great when computers do what you want them to do, you know.
Hey John, Paul Jones, Mr. John, if you don't mind if I
Another bass instrument.
cooperate with you.
This and all my other very, very lovely instruments here. This, all the guitars. This was all made by Mr. Hugh Manson, who is right here.
Let's see if you could put the... I could actually put it on camera. If I could... No, that...
He was delivering them one day, and I just hijacked him and pushed him in the bus. You coming with me? He still thinks we're in England, though. He's like... Okay, this one is called The Smile of a Shadow.
I hope, for everyone's permission, I wish I could get the John Paul Jones over there on the recorder. Probably can if I'm very careful. Probably that way he would be in it too. I could think I can. It's possible. So that's what I'm gonna do. Okay, I'm trying it now. Good. I hope I have permission to do this. So, I hope. Uh-oh, wait. Unawares, why not? Yeah. Okay, so wait. The path I'm on, if I last detail with the scope both snare, maybe a much more rider than me. come back. I mean, I have to be careful. I can't talk. There's certain things I won't do. About this Valentine, Massachusetts, Jango Mango, $1 million homestead. And if you think about that, hold on, let's see. On the fire rose to go his way, looking as if old souls slept in stairways wolves threadbare clay. He drank deep down from Baltimore, visions of night beheld the claw, and his face hit home from the brittle shelved mirror. A face, no race against time, shuffled cards cross town, and the post old side, as if either night or day had nothing but an ace in the hole to play. Against his own best house of cards, lights blinked twice at railroad crossings. All the way from Storyville to Boston, second cousin brethren, half sister same. Their dress wove in rooms fueled by fates all too well soon. Halfway home for lands unseen, hills and valleys of painted green. Heroes of time, seven in oils, portrayed in walls alongside crosses, thieves in hills where mills blades, wind winding still. $5 day to the harbor town that weighs your worldly thoughts. $5 day to heights and travel and faith in man, home, and God, where riches remain unsought through time. The dimming light from across the room silhouette your face as if a lily in bloom. Still in all, I hear the lofty pretense unaware. Time was running out like sand through a hole in glass. I hadn't been in too long more, no less. I'm distinct in town, city, and the princess of this puzzle ain't just fitting. I help in a way I can. If you tell me why the hell you are in the uncrowned land of pain and suffering. Get to the place where joy was loud all around town and land and place. Without the soul to keep you safe anywhere inside. I don't like this mysterious night. For you or anyone around me, I want all to be safe from now. The proverb that never trimmed in gold. And then in the night you realize to be elsewhere, the way your eyes look from within as if to bridge. 3-2 city spy, but town is casting shade and eyes old, as if another here and now, some yesteryear told. I have to make sure. Please, Mr. Jones, do I have permission to prepare this for what do you call it? Uploaded to YouTube. You could give me permission. This is fantastic music, Mr. Jones. John Paul Jones. Lord above, have mercy upon the ones who walk along. I walk to and fro when the bells of mission should not go. 2 Christian women sat alone in the land ruled by strong trees. Born of cruel kind deeds, steps were approaching, making gun in hand. There'll be Jesus' thoughts in the land. They're folding up their tents and measuring the road. Where whispered winds are sent from heaven's dance of stars to our eyes, told and untold. A trio of button coats halfway up the down Love's coast. And the paved towns where within verse that pretense, virtue, sin. Have nothing more or less to self-dignify better than most. And I got from the bus. Had my suitcase in hand. I got off from the westbound, I have you understand. Lost them on a foreign land, a world where a child walks alone in grave danger in a haunted world, where a cruelty so unbearable could be hounded down. A young girl sat beside me in the downtown, and the stars as dark as coal, alone as she could just be. And she asked me, I don't know if she asked for help, but she used a metaphor to try to say, I'm out here alone. I need someone's help to get back safe to home. And I knew neither, but I could have, but I had no chance. So I walked home. I hope she got there safe, but there was no one else in that village lot, which I thought was slightly dangerous. That any woman in her college years would be protected from the dark that your warren might seems to want to harbor, cross around by lost and found, owned by the green cultural tails, taxes, where idiosyncrasies avoid the dispersing masses. Alibis and outright lies compare to lost ideals much better than they disguise. The hidden truth's fidelity supposes finally recognized on the road. The freedom's purged in another bellies, beasted bellies, dirge, and where prohibition's blind, the easiest speech, finding out the doubt held captive by freedom's molten least. For the past 6 or maybe 7 long weeks, off Broadway, snake back, waterfalls, lipstick foamers, rooster coop and calls, and ain't words upon the wine, midnight movements high, chickens on spit, and hellish laughter. Most of it bells and steeples cuffing tickets, and the ballroom show. Chicken soup, roast bloom, spittoon, all will ever know of life, with or without God, high above, one times or rather high, the lower flood, and when I'm face to face with the twilight dawn, and every man's shoes with the warm sun, mercy, love, keep me on when I'm twice and thrice silhouetted with everything. Yesterday forget it, and it ain't yet time to slide the next day's shoes. I always promise love to all of you. Kinder than the kind of most of push the butterfly wait upon your waking lips. So wrap your fingers around my neck if you're that woman from the hospital, Rhode Island, and lifted me in the air and I watched your drifting breath. Say how much you care, slip your hand into it, and pulse of my ears is beating through the stones. The shoes by my bed are weeping tears out by me alone. There's a man outside watch me dead, and I'm searching for a kind of mercy. I can face him, I know. He's long ago now. I would decide to drive passing through New Jersey. On my way to Baltimore, he's long behind me. There's an enemy inside whispering to Eve in a garden of illusions. He come from the city where Emily Dickinson was near toward. And he had nothing like her to grant.
This is the big rock and roll tour, right?
So, are we on, like, can you hear me, John? The great John Paul Jones. It's the first rehearsal.
Cheers, rock and roll to you all.
I slipped from the painting.
Okay, everybody, it's dinosaur time.
All right. Best dinosaur that lives.
If you've seen this show before, you will know what dinosaur time is. If not,
I got plenty of more to say. Right. Tell him, John. Tell him.
we're talking prime fucking evil swamp here.
Oh, it's well, everything collides together. So let's see. It's stormy weather now. I slipped from the painting. I'm drawing with the hand. The lines across whose palm reach for the midnight lamp. From the room inside the seedless apples, eclipsed by nameless prides, as time is a nail of lost fingertips. I'll never swear a lodge to a pantheon of hip connected to the leg. We can walk you through a crowd that is left outside. His mind, the half-dead collective is a high-beating meal alive on the faults and the collectives and the missionaries in the colonization. I vanish into you as word of Satan with the island sweep across the sky whose loves and the heights of rose. I vanish to you as the time of my companion. I wonder not to find to the salt who's the same, the earth, the moon, the clay. I draw a wing, no sky, could ever drift across the clouds. The air, no soul, and the sound so loud. Prototype without a below. Whispered winds that seem to sow. With another needle thread, roll away the stone. Start some midnight light into this cave again. I need a woman's eyes, careful curve, and silky thighs, and a warm voice in my ear. Sing far and near, return the crooked vows to your window. You're the woman with the heart and soul of the artist true. Get me out of here, bring me back to something new. It isn't one big lie caging me around the side of the roadless town. Far wide. Oh, existential fear frown. Sermon on the Mount Love and Peace, a rolling rock, fishing nights to flip their parking meters. With love and grace at table near her, she was gone to sing, I believe in you, with a voice of beauty, honest and true. But the house cards have begun to bleed, an ugly sky. Heights above and depth below, the knockout cross of visiting upon the century's minute, the penny porter, the party poor, untouchable lawn. Cruelty like we never saw, and love is a dove of a wing and wheel. In love old town, the sunrise shadow of town waiting on a dream ship harbor to comb the old Ukraine and safely from that devil cloud smoke fleeing sky. Splat dead between America's best and Ukraine's dying flame. They both cry for Palestine and Israel's slave. Why not split the wealth so we all can live among one another without salvation, without starvation howling us down? There's gold first, equality in this land to be found. Window curtains blowing in, whiskers on my chin, Ashatate in the airways too, and the sky as well as blue you too. Ashatate, want you like some tea? It's got caffeine borrowed from Apollo 3. write some verse across a page like the shanty. It's about home where the birthday fire rays. She got eyes like gold castles and Springfield fields. She shine as feel good real. She shine as feel good real. And twice more stealth than stowaway. Rags of steel. Becomes a rugged terrain. But where's a woman that came? Tom travels through the sky, the wings. She enters the ocean, a tadpole. She comes out the other end, the lost soul. Wrapped as she is in wolf pelt mane. And one rose windowsill still the papa. Left prayer far aside from heaven's door as he did before. That all were incongruent, so one and same. Everybody bow before the holy grace at table. Feed everyone together. Man, the Christ-like prophet comes to lands that honestly share his words, and all religions shared into one. All of one torn apart by record fate. Too late to wind back time. The clock once more. And it's solid wide, and one rose with the sills and same. The papa left praying far the new day side. The heaven held dawn as once before he did he. But there were one and three and same. All is power and fierce. All is rain, fire, sky and sun, and faith in the God high risen. It set his sky awoke in clouds of flame, as when the seeker lay his shoes aside the midwife's purse of coins. Village green circled by labor and thy stairs and concrete prayer at an age yet unforetold, where flaming swords met king of every throne. Even the lowest of the pauper, even the feudal lot of acred food allowed every year to the bone left a few families of five guys survive. And his pain is still alive every day. It flows through the air and it transports it. It's a vicious spray. Yet I would define the pain conceit that it ill disguised the first. The sharp of edge and dull of inward-looking eyes dispersed. The pathy yard is coated in whispers, dusty as sleep. Statues within the scene betrayed by past camaraderies. And we can see now through every window. Michelangelo's Davids come to life, walking every street of new and old. And there go the midwives the old way. Every dawn when birth comes, from Baltimore to California and Bar Harbor, everywhere. And the honesty I give you would wrap your finger around my shoulders, and oh jeez. That was a period of extreme high doses of psychotropic, suicide. So skip over that.
I'd just like to introduce the John Paul Jones Orchestra.
Jumbo Jones.
Over there on Chapman stick tappy thingy, we have Mr. Nick Beggs. And on drums and percussion, Mr. Turl Motel Bryant. There you go. This next song is not quite dinosaur, it's kind of medieval, I suppose. From the 80s. The decade that time forgot, right? Too young, isn't he? Oh, there. You've done it now. He's not going to play another bloody note, I tell you. Anyway, this is from a thing, what can only describe as a thing, called Scream for Help. Damn. Hey, get a life, buddy.
Hey, I'm just coming out of the chamber of 28-day, 50, almost 2,000 units of abilified disaster. Constant sections. 2 years of constant sections. Love is the presence of Passium's grace in the depths of a woman's eyes. Love is all I wanna know, all for all the cruelty sometimes pursue. Torn inside out, your head you in doubt. Spies with the walking cloud. The human saw so loud. The best way to overcome your life tragic, unbearable to the point is to do others kind as you can. Keep them alive and keep them to plan. Helping everyone all around. Rise, rise, rise from your pain inside. A new day tomorrow. Now some of this is off the cuff, as I say. I'm sorry that I came to listen to Tall Church Peter. Everywhere the roadside churches went to, his song new to my ear. Dark crow perch, they never fall apart. The thought is your only ball. He had to look twice faced with lines thereof. Were much too marked by the card shuffle of the beat. What's going on? Much too marked by the card shuffle of to be drawn to from nearer toward the shadows. The battle axe sword do the same. All the boards in the snake title rattle school is so far from the riverside milk. There's this wisdom that the passing eye wouldn't be across picket lines. Listen to Beethoven's Night. The Lord House Mozart 40s. Everything about him said, look down warrior. Down the rising drums. Down the road from where the men are sun. Your father's half drunk with a cocked-back gun. Hey, peace. Down the road from Ballast twice told and the cop lay for his daughter asleep by the rise of the crosstown water. And with it he came, the east or west woman with the slant hat, shoe and shuffle song put together with bone and muscle. Skip through broke glass. Oh, wait a minute, skip the page. And we don't want to skip a page. We lose the linear thread. Outlawed a prohibition ladies. One named Cleo, 100 named Katie. With time was told, and once in a while, through the midwife boat, dual survival. John's a cold eclipse half told. Flatbed truck in a firebrand hole. Oh no! I escaped through broke glass window by the thief on the cross-day diamond Wilco. Jet lag Billy with Jabe and Gerald's wise to the silk leg all aboard Parstruck land. Left about to dig them down and then mine. But I was 2 miles measure down the road far behind. I could through my window see myself dancing with a hat and a shoe and a naked through the blue sky blue. And she slipped out of threads, looked at the side of that half red. I'm recreating my words each day. Couldn't sleep last night, but my lips won't pray. Well, I'm not awake yesterday with a half-drunk angel and a Chevrolet reverse in the name. Click twice in my shit. See, I used to, when I was a kid, I had a Chevy Nova. 3 on the street, it had 3 on the steering wheel. And those days were much more Peter. So one day I'm driving, and I had a tendency to burn out a lot of clutches back then, especially and you need a lot of tune-ups. As I need tune-ups even still, but not the kind that the DMH gave. So here we have the tail continues in backward form, and I put and that thing and it slipped right in my lap out of my hand, and I'm driving down the road, and I got nothing to shift, and I'm driving. Holy shit! What am I gonna do? So I thought, quick. I just no clutch. You know, it just slipped out of my hand. It looked like nothing, but a hole in the middle. You know what you can get? You can get a drop from second to third if you were lucky. I found a screwdriver and I stuck it in that fucking hole, and I could slip it from second to third. Bang! But you had to pop the clutch real fast, and you had to get smoke behind your back. You know, like the muffler system was burn down the road. You pop it into second, and you get a slow drive, and you bounce it into third, and you're down the way to work. And that went on for about 6 months till a cop stopped me for back lights being out. And he said, "Son, where'd you steal this car?" After burning like 50 threads in between threads in between tires of what do you call those things? Clutches, burning 50 clutches in 3 weeks, maybe.
This isn't the bass. Damn it.
Oh no, this isn't a guitar, it's a harmonica.
Mandolin was what we need. Okay, the little story behind this is in 1970 somebody turned me on to the Dillard's Back Porch Bluegrass, and I never really recovered. So I went out and bought a mandolin in 1970 in Evansville, Indiana.
I think you're on equal terms with the Led Zeppelin albums.
And we started using it in the show, you know, because even then we got pretty tired. You had to like sit down for a while. So.
I definitely would if I was on tour. I'm 62 years old. I got a degenerating back, and I'm burning a hole in my tooth down to my heart. What? Oh, I was cooking up some. Medjugorje was a land of freedom and peace with story. Medjugorje was a land beheld by peace, love, freedom story. Oh Lord, Medjugorje, 1990. Everybody lived side by side peace. And then arrived one day for a long stay. What some might call the Holy Spirit, some might call a salvation thread of white light. And it would appear on film as a white cloud almost circularly faded out at the ends. With brilliant white, so holy, it appeared above a girl's head with the checkered flannel shirt, black and red. Every day it seemed to speak to her visionary ways. No one knew but her, but she could translate from spiritual light, tell him what the warning would be. Save yourselves now. Oh, Medjugorje, how your story pains me. Oh, Medjugorje would make anyone cry. It didn't have to happen. Why do most people have to die for no reason? Oh, Medjugorje was in better season. Medjugorje, why do things have to have these kinds of stories so painful beyond pain? Medjugorje, 1990. It's such a painful story. Medjugorje. But we got lots of photos to remind us when they held the land of truth and beauty. people living in harmony. A part of Yugoslavia that once was part of the whole. Medjugorje. Lord have mercy on a terrible story. It never had to be. It's unholy. It's a bad seed. It came from elsewhere, put on trial eventually, a man of pure rage and ruthlessness. And he cooked a whole other country, a town, a valley. He just cooked it raw. And horrible things happened there, and you remember his face. But I don't know his name. Horror came and divided Yugoslavia. And remember that light always comes first. Warns you, gives you warning. One thing other that gives you warning is a solar eclipse. The day or two afterward, armistice days take their different forms, possibilities. And remember, we could always take away that pain. It doesn't have to be. We could equally share the wealth. We could. It can happen. Let's do it. Let's do it now.